This is a family genealogy journey, the hunt for Will Reed. This is my grandmother from around 1968, Ruth Reed Moore. Anybody that knew her would easily put her in the top 5 of nicest people around. I like to consider myself as my grandmother's favorite, but it's probably more than a few people that think they deserve that title. I remember one day I was still in high school, so it was before 1987. I had a talk with my grandmother. Several of her cousins would come over from time to time, and we was talking about her family. And she told me that those people were from her mother's side. We knew about her mother, Drusilla Reed, and her mother's family, so that history is documented. But what she told me kind of shocked me because she said she didn't know anything about her daddy's people. And to me, at that time, that was a shock. And that's when we had the conversation about her father. His name was Will Reed. And the only thing she knew about him was that he showed up in Louisiana from the Atlanta area, she told me, and married her mother. She said that he never went home and none of his family members ever came and visit him. She said that they would send him letters and they would send him money from time to time for him to go home, but he never went back home. And she told me the only thing that she could remember was that he had a sister named Ida, and she was pretty certain about that name, Ida. So that left me kind of puzzled. How was I going to help my grandmother find her daddy's people? I mean, I was on America Online, remember that at the time, and I would send messages to every Reed that I knew of around Atlanta. I sent messages to the Oprah Winfrey Show. I sent a letter to the Phil Donahue Show, but I never heard back from anybody that knew a Will Reed from the Atlanta area. So I was still puzzled. And then on June 28th of 2015, I had somewhat of a breakthrough. I joined Ancestry.com. And through some research, I was able to find this: Will Reed's draft registration card. And that's when I realized that he wasn't from Atlanta. He was born around 1882 in a place called Kershaw, South Carolina. So that changed everything, and I could stop looking for his origins around the Atlanta area and start concentrating on Kershaw, South Carolina. Now, the first thing I found out was that Kershaw was the name of a town in South Carolina, and it was also the name of a county in South Carolina. So, armed with that new information, I was off on another journey. And this time I could concentrate on South Carolina. Through a process of elimination, I'm fairly certain that he was born in the town of Kershaw, South Carolina, which is in Lancaster County. He was not born in Kershaw County. I'm fairly certain of that. He was born in Kershaw, South Carolina, Lancaster County. And guess what happened next?